Hi guys, this is Patricia with Southern Grace and Beauty, and today I am going to be sharing with you probably the biggest, and I mean the biggest, makeup haul I've ever had. I'm excited. I spent more than I should on makeup right here from Dollar General. And I'm excited because this is Dollar General's own beauty brand. Believe Beauty. I almost forgot what it was called, but this is Believe Beauty. This is Dollar General's own beauty brand. And today I'm going to put some of it on my face and see how it goes, because I've been dying to try this ever since it first came out. And I mean, who wouldn't love to have a good affordable foundation that's like, I think this is like $5, and I've seen pretty darn good reviews on it, and it's almost a full face, almost. I did have a brand new eyeliner that I wanted to try from Eyeshadow, I believe it is. Where'd it go? Yeah. I've got a new eyeliner pen that I want to try from Eyeshadow. I've got a highlighter that I might use from Wet n Wild. I've already worn it, but it's very pretty. I've got some transition colors here from a palette that a friend gave me for Christmas by LA Colors. And I want to show you the color scheme in here. I'm normally a cool tone kind of person when it comes to eyeshadows, but holy crap, these are some beautiful colors. This is a beautiful color story. Very nice wearable warm tones. Got some highlighters down here, got some base colors like for contour. I think it's very pretty. It's got a nice mirror in here, so we're going to try it all out and hope that it works out, because I spent far too much on makeup that I spent far too much money on makeup in general. So let's get started. I'm also going to be reading off the claims on my phone. I'm going to try to find Believe Beauty on here, go to Dollar General's website and read some of the reviews, maybe read the claims. So I guess we will get started. Alright, so we're going to start out on the eyes. So there were a couple palettes at the particular store up the road from me, but naturally, I mean, as someone that likes to step out of the box a little bit, naturally I was drawn towards the warm tones. There were a couple cool tone palettes, but the colors didn't really speak to me that much, so I decided to go outside of my comfort zone. I've got a bunch of things here, almost a full face, and I'm just very, very excited. Pardon all the noise from the bag. I've got, in fact, before I start on the eyes, I want to, oh, I forgot I had a sponge. Go wet that. I'll wet that when it's time for the foundation. Before we start on the eyes, I want to go in with a primer. I got two primers here. Let's see if I can turn lighting down just a little bit. Hopefully the lighting is okay. I'm going to zoom you in. I know you just saw a little bit of the rest of my room over there, but nothing I can do about it right now. So I'm going to start out with two of these primers here. This is the Pretty and Primed Hydrating Primer. Looks like that. And I've also got the Stay Put Makeup Primer. So one of them's supposed to help with long lasting, this one's supposed to hydrate. The claims, the hydrating one claims that it is replenishing, It hydrates, it smooths, it preps skin for flawless makeup application, and it will leave your skin with a dewy, healthy looking finish, which I am totally into, so I'm excited about that. And one of the great things about this brand is it is silicone free, paraben free, and not tested on animals, so I'm totally for that. If I can open it. So let's put a little bit on my ring finger. Looks like that. It's got a bluish tint to it. I'm just gonna run that over the spots that I usually get dry. I'm going to spot treat. I've already moisturized, I've already cleansed, I've already done all that, so I'm just going to run the rest of that over my skin. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it did leave like a nice little glow. It's very soft, and it does feel good. It's got a slight bit of a tack to it, but I imagine that the other primer will have a little bit more of a tack since it's supposed to be a long-lasting primer. So far, honestly, let's just put that all over the face. I need some more hydration. That feels really nice, really smoothing. Now I'm going to go into my problem areas where makeup tends to run off on me throughout the day. I'm going to get the Stay Put Makeup Primer, and it's got a peachy tint to it right there, and I'm just going to put that in my T-zone on my forehead, between my brows, just anywhere where I would need my makeup to stay put. A lot of times beauty people, the ones that review makeup and stuff, they'll use a brand new primer and a brand new foundation like I'm going to do, and it makes it very hard to, if something is going wrong, it's very hard to say, okay, is it the primer doing this, is it the actual foundation itself, vice versa. So when you are reviewing makeup or using new makeup, keep that in mind. Just test it over a period of a few days, and you'll know. Feel really good on my face. Like I said, there is a slight tack to it, so that will help the foundation. But before we move into the base, we're going to work on the eyes like I said earlier. So I'm going to start out by priming. This is my Essence color intensifying. I get it wrong every time. So I'm going to splash some of that onto my eyelids and set it with a face powder. I have had so much trouble filming the past week. Like I had a video that was supposed to go up last week, or late last week, so somewhere in there, and somehow the footage got lost in my video editing tool. It didn't recognize that there were any new files in my camera, so I had to scrap that, and I'm going to try to refilm today. So that will give like a nice little test to see how this makeup goes under a ring light. So yeah, such is my life nowadays. this is just a regular base powder from CoverGirl. And I'm just going to set my eyelids. So for eyeshadow, I have this palette right here. This is Nearly Nude. And on the back here it says this eyeshadow palette is curated with a selection of 6 highly pigmented mattes, striking shimmers, and metallics. They're supposed to be smooth and blendable, so I guess we will find out. I did swatch some of these last week when I bought this. I did swatch this one shimmer down here. Oh my goodness, that is such a pretty color. In fact, I'll swatch it for you right now. Isn't that just pretty? I don't know if the light's picking up what it's really doing, but it is so pretty. And that particular shade does blend out very well. Now there are some mattes in here, but I do need like a mid-tone brown for the crease. So I'm going in with another new palette by LA Colors that a friend got me for Christmas, and I'm going to go in, let's see, I'll go in with that middle shade right there. It's matte. I'm going to take a fluffy crease brush. Ooh, there's a lot of kickback to that. I'm going to just run that through the crease. Woo! That's very pigmented. Let's hope that that blends out. Yeah, that's blending out nice. And, you know, I'm a little miffed right now because I went to the store to get this stuff, and I was choosing my eyebrow shade, like for my eyebrow pencil, and I was so annoyed when I got home. Somebody over there, and people in general at these stores, they need to keep an eye on their makeup section, because clearly the shades were all mixed up in the eyebrow section and the eyeliner section. They were mixed up, not in their right section. So I came home thinking that I got a darker brown. I opened it up to swatch it. It was a light brown for blondes, for blonde hair. And I'm thinking, oh, that's really annoying. But hopefully we can make it work. If not, I can just use what I've already got, use some eyeshadow over it. We'll make it work. Because for me especially, I mean, I don't often get to splurge on makeup like that, so I have to make it work. I absolutely must make it work. Alright. Well, that shade is very pretty, and I believe I'm a little crooked here. I'm still crooked. Alrighty. So we've got a transition color going now. I'm going to take this lighter shade right here. It's a light matte, more like a cream shade. I'm going to take that. Oh, there's a lot of kickback there too. It's very pigmented. It's pigmented. I'm going to run that over the edge of that brown that we just put down to kind of soften it. It's a very pretty shade. Alright, now I'm going to take a pencil brush, just a very small pencil brush. I'm going to take that very, very dark shade right there in the center. I'm going to attempt to, let's see, I need a closer mirror. Yeah, going to need a mirror. So, going to attempt to put this in the outer corner, or outer V, whatever you want to call it. Now, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just experimenting with makeup, just playing around. As always. I'm going to bring that darker color up just a little bit up here just to make it fun. We'll blend it out later. I have one spot on this eye right here in the very corner. It looks like it's patchy, but I struggle a lot to blend color there, so if it looks patchy, that's why. Alright, so we're going to take that same fluffy brush that we used earlier. We're just going to blend and hopefully get that to look decent. But hey, you can't be a YouTuber and not have a noisy neighbor of some kind, or some sort of annoying noise in the background, or dogs barking, or the mailman coming to the door, you know. So apparently my blending game is not on point today, so we're going to stop there. I mean, it looks okay on camera, but here it looks like it's clinging to some areas on my eye, but like I said, I struggle with blending on my outer corners, so hopefully it turns out alright. So now I'm going to go in with that golden shimmer up here. It's more like a taupey gold, if that makes any sense. And I'm going to run that across my eyelid. Kind of hoping it would have a little more shimmer than that. Let's use my finger, see what happens. Oh, that's not a very strong shimmer, like it's pretty. But if you like a bam kind of shimmer, you won't like this particular shade. But I'm going to run through that other one that I showed you earlier. I'm going to pop that right on top. It's kind of in the center here. Oh yeah. Yeah, it pulled it right together. It's pretty. Yeah. And it worked out very well. To wipe off my fingers, and we are back. That's all for the eyeshadow right now. The eyeshadows actually turned out very nice. Like I said, I have a little bit of trouble blending on my outer V. So, really nothing I can do about that. So, now I'm going to work on my eyeliner. So this is a brand new eyeliner by Eyeshadow. It looks like this. It's just a little pen situation. So I'm going to take, where did my tape go? I'm going to take some tape because I'm normally not a winged eyeliner person. Like, I don't think wings work very well on my eye shape. But we're going to try it for the sake of trying a new eyeliner. I don't think you can test an eyeliner very well just doing a regular line. So, I don't know if you could hear that or not, but I'm going to take some tape to kind of help me guide where my eyeliner is supposed to go. and pray and hope that it comes out halfway even. I can usually tell by how the tape feels whether it's going to be even or not, and I think it will be. So we're going to try this Eyeshadow pencil real quick. Oh my gosh. Is that necessary? My gosh. Alright, so I'm going to need another mirror. Please don't fall. Thank you very much. So I've got another mirror here, and I'm going to start doing my wing. This is going to take forever, so I'll be right back. Alright, so the eyeliner is very, very nice. I realize I'm a little lopsided here, but the eyeliner itself is very nice, very black, very easy to apply. Honestly, I'm shocked that I had so much ease with it, but I mean, if you know me personally, you know I struggle with doing wing liner, and these come out fairly decent, to be honest. I need to work with it a little more to get it perfected, but this was very, very nice. Alright, so now we're going to move into mascara. You know what I forgot to use? I forgot to use the fluffy crease brush that I bought. Well, maybe I can do something under the eyes. We'll see. Pardon me. That is not the mascara. That is an eyebrow gel. Wow. This is the mascara. This is the Hydra Fiber Mascara. And let me look up this particular thing since... Okay, so the Fiber Mascara, the Hydra Fiber Mascara, pardon me, it delivers an instant fullness, creating a false lash effect, and that would be very nice since I don't wear falsies. So this particular brush is apparently supposed to be designed to lengthen while adding volume for a dramatic show-stopping effect. So I guess we'll find out. I've already curled my lashes while I was waiting on that to load. The one looks like that. Okay, so this mascara isn't wowing me. Like, it's okay. Oh, never mind. I'm speaking too soon. I've got some length going on. It takes a little bit to build up. But okay. Okay. Look at the different... Holy crap. Look at that. That's nice. Yeah, I would say that if you were wearing like a pair of natural falsies, like something very fluttery and long, like not too long, I would definitely compare it to that. Yeah. Like, it clumps your lashes up in a good way. Like, it looks like they're meshing in with false lashes. That's a nice mascara. Okay. I'm always on the hunt, too, for a good mascara, especially if it's a drugstore price. Alright, well that looks pretty darn good. Okay, so we are running out of time, so I'm going to move on to brows and then we'll go into the base. And like I said earlier, I got the wrong shade for the eyebrows, but we are going to make it work. Because we always make things work here on my channel. And this comes with a very nice stiff spoolie. And this is in the shade Blonde, but I believe I got a darker shade in the eyebrow gel. So hopefully I can make it work. I don't know, this might be a really good shade. Well, that was quick and easy. I mean, they're not the most perfect thing in the world, but I'll go. Okay, so we're going to go in with the eyebrow styling gel now. We're going to make my eyebrows very dark. Let's see how this works. Oh, look at the tiny little wand. Okay, so going to disperse some of the darker, some of the gel back here where it's supposed to be the darkest. Then pull it towards the front. Oh wow! I've never actually used a proper brow gel before. Like I've used that stuff that you've seen me use before, that clear stuff. That is actually a clear mascara. But this is really nice. The shade might be a tad bit off, but let's see. That's actually fairly decent. Let's take the spoolie again. I need to groom my brows really bad. But this is actually fairly decent. I'm impressed. I'm picky with my brows, so. And that comes from somebody that used to not do their brows. Yeah, they look decent. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Alrighty. Now, let's move on to the base. This should be the exciting part. So, my primer has already sunk in quite decently. I'm going to go wet my sponge and I'll be right back and we'll do a side-by-side comparison with the sponge and with the brush. Alright, so I gotta move through this very quickly because I only have 1 hour on my camera to film and I've already filmed for forever. So I'm going to take, where is my foundation? Yeah, right here. Believe Beauty foundation. This is the Skin Finish foundation, medium to full coverage. And according to the website, you can use the sponge dry for fuller coverage. But since I'm feeling a little dry already, I'm going to use a damp sponge. And this foundation it does come with a pump. This is very nice packaging, like very sturdy packaging, medium to full coverage, and I chose the shade Linen. So hopefully this matches. It might be a tad dark, but we can fix it with concealer if need be. So on the right side we're going to use the sponge. Okay. A little runny. I'm going to use 1 pump to start with. See how far it goes. Now I saw someone make the statement when they were doing their foundation start from the back of your face and bring the foundation in. So that way the heaviest of the foundation is back here, and you're not bringing the cakiness up here. So if you're going to be cakey back here, not right here. That gives a very, very nice natural coverage. I'm going to build it up a little bit, see what happens. This is 2 pumps for the sponge side. How about I get up here too? Okay, it definitely did build up to a medium coverage. I don't know what's going on right here with these spots, but it's driving me crazy because nothing will cover those up. Like, absolutely nothing will. So, sponge side is beautiful. Like, look at that. Like, that is a beautiful finish. Alright, so now we're going to take the foundation and use a brush. I'm going to be using my Real Techniques brush that you see me use all the time. Use 1 pump to start out with. Right off the bat, it's definitely more full coverage on the brush side for the first time. With the brush, it's slightly streaky, so kind of bounce it in instead of rubbing it in. Gonna take some of that, bring it up to the forehead. Bring it down the neck just a tad, just in case. Alright, so both sides are even now, and honestly I prefer the sponge side. It's a lot glowier, it's a lot dewier, so sponge side it is. Now let's move quickly into concealer. This is the You're Covered Liquid Concealer, and again it's supposed to be kind of on the more medium to full coverage side. It's supposed to be buildable as well, from what I hear. It's got a very nice doe foot applicator. It's very flexible, as you can probably see right there. And I got mine in the shade Ivory. I don't know how much I'm supposed to use. Yikes, I might be a little dark. If I have to, I'll just use that for color correction, and then use my Wet n Wild concealer as concealer. So I'm going to buff that in with my sponge on this side. Whoops. I might have to build it up, but that was the sponge side. That's right, just drop everything. So now let's move into the brush side. This is a very thick formula. Upon blending it in, it feels very thick, but it's comfortable. Honestly, it feels light. It's lightweight, but it's thick at the same time. Does that make any sense? But that's looking. Let's take a look. Dropping things again. That base on the sponge side is looking really good. Like, I'm much preferring the sponge side right now. Alright, so concealer is done, and that was just one layer. I'm going to highlight just a little bit with my Wet n Wild concealer. I'm going to highlight down there just a little bit. Just a tad. And I'm very picky about my powder. So, this is the Believe Beauty powder, and it's in the shade Translucent, the Matte Blur Loose powder. It looks like that, and if I seem to be rushing more and more, it's because I'm running out of time, big time. So I'm going to take this brush right here by Real Techniques. I'm going to take a little bit of that powder and set underneath my eyes. I never do this, but I'm excited to see what it does. I'm going to take a bigger powder brush, and this is the one by Believe Beauty. I'm going to take just a little bit of that powder, swirl it around the lid here, set my face. That's a nice powder. That's actually a really nice powder. I'm glad it is, because I've been on the hunt for a new one. I've been running out. Whew. That powder is going everywhere. I don't know if you just saw that. Wow. That's a really nice powder. Very impressed. Great job with that, Believe Beauty. I'm very impressed with that powder. I hope it continues to perform that well throughout the day, and I will try to figure out a way to keep you guys updated. I've grabbed a bronzer. This is more of a glowy bronzer. It is in the shade Havana Sunset. It looks like that. It might be slightly too light for me. I do not know, so we're going to find out. I'm going to grab that same powder brush, and I'm just going to run that got a tiny bit of a sheen, but it's not too overpowering. That's a very nice bronzer. I've been enjoying bringing my bronzer right here into the apples of my cheeks. And take it a little bit down my neck. That's a really nice bronzer. Let's darken just a little bit. Yeah, you can see it a little bit better now. I'm right beside my natural lighting, so that's why it's kind of a bit off. Very nice bronzer. Very nice bronzer. I'll continue to use that. It's a matte blush called Creamy Peach, and I'm going to use, might not use anything if I can't get it open. Thank you. I'm going to use an angled blush brush right here. Kick back. That's a very pretty peachy pink. Very good for every day. This would make for a very good transition color if you're doing a pink look. Again, good job, Believe Beauty. I love the blush. So, LA Colors, I love makeup. Back to that palette. I'm going to use, or attempt to use, this highlighter. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not either. I'll use that another time. I'm going to use that Wet n Wild highlighter that I got. It is a tad bit dark. It leaves a white cast. It leaves a dark cast on my cheeks. But I still wanted to put it on because it's very, 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 very pretty. And take my Wet n Wild brush here. Get some of the excess off. Let's turn the light up just a bit. I'm very confused because it was doing very well the other day. It was very, 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 very pretty. Maybe if I used a denser brush. Yeah, that's a little bit better. But it was very glowy, very pretty the other day when I wore it for the first time. And I feel like it would complement this look very well. Finally at the end. And I'm going to be using a lip gloss in the shade Georgia Peach. It's just a pink, a nudie pink. And we're going to try to get it out. Oop! It's running. Doesn't smell like much. It's a very thick formula. If you don't like thick, sticky formulas, you might not like this. But personally, honestly, I don't mind as long as my hair is pulled back and I don't get my hair stuck in it. I don't care. That's a very pretty color, very complimenting towards that look. Alright, so that is it for Believe Beauty for that review. I have to say I'm in love with pretty much everything, honestly. I'm trying to think if there was anything I wasn't totally sold on, but I must say that powder is really, really nice. Like, my face is very smooth, very set. As far as foundation goes, I'm thinking I prefer the glowy side, the sponge side. I think that everything came out very, very well. I'm very impressed. I mean, this is this is drugstore pricing. Like, this is really, really nice. And yeah, Believe Beauty, you did good. You did good. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and again, let me know if you want to see anything else like this, and I'll try to save up some money in the future to do another review. And again, of course, if you want to see absolutely anything else whatsoever, please let me know, and I'll get on the ball, and I will see you guys in my next video.